Hi, welcome to today's video. My name is Trisha. Today I'm going to take you through an upper body workout using a pair of dumbbells. I am going to also use this loop band, resistance band, for a little bit of a warm-up here. If you don't have this band exactly, no worries. If you have any type of resistance band, that will work. If you don't have a resistance band, some of the motions you can do, obviously you won't be able to go as much range of motion, but you can do some of the motions without anything. So before we begin, just like with any other of the workout videos, make sure you are cleared, you've checked with your doctor, and you're ready to go for exercise. So let's get started. Grab your resistance band if you have it. Any type of resistance band will work, like I said. So I'm gonna hold this one pretty wide, wider than shoulder width, and I'm gonna roll all the way back. This is good shoulder mobility, opening up the chest, warming up the shoulder blades in the back. Now, if you don't have this much shoulder mobility, what I want you to do is come to whatever point you can, comfortably hold it, and then bring it back. And the goal is over time to gradually increase that range of motion until you might be able to go all the way around. So go within your range of motion, whatever's comfortable for you. Don't force anything. Trying to keep those arms nice and straight throughout the motion. And like I said, if you ever get to a point where you sort of stick and you're trying to force it, just hold it there. Think about opening up that chest, hold it, and bring it back down. And you might even find as we're going through this, you're able to get a little more range of motion. So a good exercise to do throughout the day even, good motion to do. This resistance band is just allowing me to stretch it and to get that extra range of motion. If you do have a band available, I would suggest a pretty lightweight resistance band, nothing too heavy, nothing too hard to stretch out. Let's go one more. And back to center. Now I'm gonna come in on the band just slightly, not a whole lot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to pull this band apart, keeping my arms straight. I'll show you from the side. And I'm gonna straighten that band all the way till it gets towards my chest. If you have a chest expander band, this is one of the major motions used with that band. So again, whatever you have available to you could work. If you don't have any band, just do these arm motions. Think about squeezing your shoulders in the back. Think about really opening up your chest. We'll go about 4 more here. Again, a light resistance band is all you need for this. 2 more. And 1 more. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step on this band with both feet. I'm gonna get it firmly underneath. I'm gonna grip it, underhand grip, my thumbs holding onto it, and I'm gonna press the band up and out to my chest, pressing up and out. Now we're gonna utilize dumbbells today, but there is a lot of things you can do with this band if you don't have access to the dumbbells. So keep this band on hand. We might be able to modify some things for you, especially this motion, this overhead press motion. We're gonna go 3 more chest. I'm gonna punch up, stretch the band out. If you have a band with handles on it, you would still step on it, hold the handles, and press overhead. Let's go 1 more for good measure. And up. Okay, release. So that's our warm up. Now what I have available to use today are 10-pound dumbbells. So some of the exercises, the 10 pounds might feel a little light. Some of the exercises, they might feel a little challenging. So just trying to find that middle ground. If the exercise is pretty easy, we can add some more reps onto it, kind of burn out the muscles. If the motion is harder to do with the 10 pounds, we can go ahead and decrease those reps. So even if you don't have a full assortment of dumbbells available to you, it's okay. We can still do quite a lot of exercises, a lot of motions. So just don't think you can't do a workout because you are limited on your equipment. Still so many things we can do. So I'm gonna take you through the exercises one at a time, and then we're gonna start putting them together and doing some type of combo moves. So I'm gonna grab my 10-pound dumbbells here. Okay, my first exercise is gonna be a bent over row. So again, I don't need any other equipment besides these dumbbells. If you have a bench, you can use it. If not, we're gonna do a standing row. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see the form. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kick my hips back, Okay, I'm gonna flatten my back and my chest gets pretty parallel to the ground. I have a little bit of a lift, okay? So I don't want you completely 90 degrees, a little bit of a lift in there, but my back is flat, my hips are back. And you'll know you're in the right starting position, setup position, if you're feeling some tightness in those hamstrings, because those hamstrings and glutes need to be tight to hold your body position where it needs to be. If you start feeling anything in the low back, it might be because your hips aren't far back enough, so I would encourage you to really kick those hips back. So I went from here, you might feel a little low back pressure there. Really sit those hips back. Now I feel those hamstrings and glutes working to stabilize, and now I'm gonna hit my row. So I'm gonna drop my arms down, dumbbells straight below me. I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together to initiate that motion. So you're not pulling with your arms, you're driving with the back and those arms are following. So I'm squeezing those shoulder blades, dumbbells go down, and you can see I have that chest up a little bit. Some of it can change depending on your body type, obviously, and your form. I really want the hips back. That's the major thing if you're not feeling it in your low back. Of course, you don't want to feel anything in your low back. But if you're down a little bit further here, that's completely fine as well. Okay, our goal is mid to upper back, squeezing in those shoulder blades, getting those elbows to stay nice and tight towards your side on the way up. We're gonna go 2 more. 1 more, and nice and slow, come on up. So like I said, this first round is gonna be more of a teaching introductory round, and then we're gonna put them together, pick up the pace, and do a little bit of combo. So that was exercise 1, weave the bent over row. We're gonna stand up tall, get out of that bent over position for a little bit, and now we're gonna do an overhead press, a shoulder press. Okay, so for this one, you can do it several ways. This one, I'm gonna have my palms facing away. Starting position, dumbbells are right by your ears. I'm gonna get a good athletic stance. Okay, even though it's shoulders, your lower body is stabilizing, your core has to remain tight. So I'm here, I'm gonna press up and together. Meet those dumbbells in the middle. Starting position, dumbbells are by my ears. I go up overhead, meet them together. So there are different varieties, and I'll have you try them out. So here I have my palms facing away. You can have your palms here and going straight up. Okay, another option. And another third option, we can actually have the dumbbells facing and then twist them on the way up. The purpose of twisting makes it a little more challenging as far as coordination goes, but then you start incorporating some more muscle groups as you move throughout this extended range of motion. Palms face, palms away. So either method is fine. I'm gonna go 1 more here. Palms face, palms away, and release. Either method is fine, depending on your mobility, depending on how your wrists feel, usually dictates the method I use. Again, you're still working shoulders. We can try to pinpoint some of those smaller muscle groups using the different hand varieties, but more importantly is that it's comfortable and that you're able to go through a whole range of motion, pain-free and effectively. So we did bent over row, we did shoulder press. Just another caution, make sure you are keeping your glutes, your abs, your core involved for stability. Okay, we're gonna stay up tall now, and we're gonna do a bicep curl. So again, a couple different varieties we can do here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my palms facing me. I'm gonna curl as I come up. I'm gonna twist those dumbbells so they face my body, and then I curl, have them face my shoulders. So now another method we can do, again, whatever's comfortable for you, but another method, you can stay here. These are hammer curls now, keeping those palms facing each other the whole time. Those dumbbells don't ever change position, and we're staying here, okay? Either way is fine, adding that little rotation in. This is my go-to. I think it's just because of how my wrists naturally want to move through that range of motion. Okay, or hammer curl. I'm showing you both varieties here. So pick a method, stay with it, and then we'll go back through these exercises again so you can perfect it. One more. Nice and slow on the way down, and release. Okay, we're gonna get back into a bent over position. So I'm gonna show you from the side. This is gonna be a reverse fly. This is one of the exercises the 10 pounds might feel a little heavy for, especially if you don't normally do this type of motion. It is a little more challenging. So if the 10 pounds are too heavy, try something lighter. If you don't have it, just do the range of motion without any weight. So the posture is gonna look the exact same as it was for that bent over row. Again, I sit those hips back. I should feel tightness in the back of my legs, hamstrings, glutes, abs are braced. Dumbbells come right below me here. Now what I'm gonna do, instead of coming straight up, I have a soft bend in my elbow, and I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna show you from this side, and then I'll face you so you can see it from that angle too. So again, I'm still squeezing my shoulder blades to initiate the motion, and I'm coming up in this half circle motion. Let me face you here. So sitting back, you'll see I keep a slight bend in my elbow all the way through. Dumbbells hang right below me. And you can see I'm opening up into this reverse fly. So now what I'm working, besides the shoulder blades, are the rear deltoid, rear shoulder, okay? If you're starting to feel pain or tightness up in the neck, the weight might be too heavy for one, or you're not bent over far enough. So if I'm up like this and I'm trying to go, instantly I have to shrug to get the weight up. So it's very crucial that we get this set up perfect. We stay in this bent over position, because now the line of pull is from my shoulders and it's not coming up into my neck, okay? Go ahead and release that. We got one more exercise to do. This time we're gonna hit triceps. Lots of ways we can hit triceps. I'm gonna show you the kickback version for now. So again, we are gonna be bent over again. Same exact setup, this whole bent over, deadlift type position is what you wanna be. So here, I have my elbows back, and I'm gonna extend those arms behind me. The key here is keeping those elbows in place. So what I don't want is this, like a swinging type motion. Okay, you get those elbows back, staying high, extend them back, and bending at the elbow forward, but I'm still keeping those elbows back and in place. Abs are tight, glutes are tight, extending those arms in the back, controlling them in front. Let's go 2 more, and 1 more. And I'm gonna set the dumbbells down, shake it out, release. Okay, so I took you through a 5 exercise sequence here. We did a bent over row for the back. We did a standing shoulder press, obviously for the shoulders. We did bicep curls. We did a bent over reverse fly, and we did tricep kickbacks. So now what I'm gonna do, after the introduction round is over, we're gonna move a little quicker through them, and I'm gonna start putting the exercises together in more of a combo type sequence. So grab the dumbbells back up nice and tall, relax your upper body, relax your neck, tighten the abs. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this combo here. We're gonna do a bent over row into that tricep kickback. So dumbbells are here. Remember, you're in the same position. So I'm gonna row, kick back, come in, drop it down. So I do the row, get those elbows up, kick back, bring it, and nice and slowly down. It's a very fragmented move. Row, hold, kick back, hold those elbows, and then release. Keep it going. Row, kick back, and release it down. Squeeze the shoulder blades, elbows stay up, kick back, and release. Staying in this position, those hamstrings and glutes should be tight because they're holding this posture for you, so your upper body can work. Your lower body's taking over the stability aspect so your upper body can do the movement. Let's go 2 more. Row, kick back, and release. Row, kick back, and release it down. Good. Catch your breath. Take a deep breath. Come on up. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna combo the bicep curl and the overhead press together. So what this is gonna look like, good posture, making sure, I haven't said this before, but making sure you're not swinging your body. You might see that, or you might have seen that when you were at the gym. We don't want that. You wanna stay nice and controlled, nice and slow. We don't want any swinging going on, okay? Because now you've defeated the purpose of your biceps doing the work. Your whole body is trying to do the work. Okay, good athletic stance. We're gonna do a curl right into a press. So watch my hands as they change positioning. I start here, curl, and then I'm gonna twist and press overhead. Come down, palms face. So my palms are facing me. I curl, palms face my shoulders, and then I twist away. And then I'm gonna reverse that on the way down. Curl, twist, press overhead. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Staying controlled. Curl, press overhead, and release. Curl, press overhead, bring it down nice and slowly. Now you don't have to do all of this twisting with the wrists. What we can do, we can hold here, and we can do one simple twist, okay? Palms, and then flip them at the top, okay? Again, like I said, just go with whatever is comfortable with your wrists. You'll start to find your natural groove where it feels, obviously, like you're getting a good exercise out of it, but you're able to move through the motion pain-free. We're gonna go 1 more now. Curl, twist, press overhead, and release. Okay, we have 1 more exercise to hit. We got those reverse flies. They're gonna be a standalone motion here. Getting in that good bent over position. I'll face you this time. Bent over position. Dumbbells hang down, slight bend in the elbow. And I'm gonna keep that same wingspan all the way through the motion. Squeezing my shoulder blades. You think about almost like popping your chest open. This is one of those exercises, if you haven't done, it is a little more challenging to master. It just seems to be maybe a more awkward motion if you haven't done it before. So I would encourage you, go lighter weight, or just do this motion with no dumbbells. What you want to be feeling, you don't want to be feeling the neck, you want to be feeling mid to upper back, in between those shoulder blades, as well as the back of the shoulders. 1 more. And release. I'm gonna set the dumbbells down, shake those arms out a little bit. So you wanna be feeling here with that motion, as well as further back by those shoulder blades. But it's a lot of rear delt, working that back of the shoulder. Catch your breath, okay? We're gonna go through another sequence here. I'm gonna add a little more challenges onto it. While you rest, I'll just explain one reason why I really love dumbbells, and we're gonna incorporate that into this next round. I love the dumbbells because a lot of times we have one side that's stronger than the other. Our dominant arm is way stronger. So if you are always using machines or barbells or even resistance bands, your dominant arm will tend to take over and kind of power the move through even for your other arm. So when we can isolate with dumbbells and have each arm working independently, then you start to see those differences. You're like, oh wow, my left arm is way weaker. I can do 10 reps easily with this weight with the right, but I'm struggling to get to 8 reps with the left. So I really like dumbbells to try to identify those differences, those weaknesses, and then obviously work to improve them. It's not like you necessarily have to do more to catch up, but just by isolating that arm, that weaker arm, it'll start having to do its own reps. It'll start having to go through the range of motion without your dominant arm taking it through. So don't feel like you need to do extra to catch up, but starting to use dumbbells is a great tool to kind of bring those weaknesses up, make your arms, your strength a little more equal side to side. Okay, last round, like I said, we're gonna challenge it a little more. So we're gonna start again with the bent over row, but I'm gonna do a little isometric one arm at a time motion. So let me face you for this. I'm gonna be bent over, you know that position. So here, I'm gonna isometrically hold my one arm. So this arm, my right arm here is just gonna hold, my left arm is gonna roll through those repetitions. So I'm squeezing with the right arm, keeping that tension constant, while my left arm is going through the full range of motion. I am gonna switch arms, don't worry. We're gonna go 4 more with this left arm. 2 more, and then we're gonna switch. 1 more, bring it all the way down, release both arms. Left arm comes up and holds, and now we're repping with the right. Keep that arm elevated, keep that tension on. And we're breathing through, in through the nose, out through the mouth, keep breathing. We got 4 more on this arm. Nice and controlled on the way down. 1 more, and come on up, release. Those row positions, the bigger muscle groups, like your back, bigger muscle groups, the 10 pounds might feel a little easy. So doing those things where you're having to isolate one arm versus the other helps make those muscles work, even if you have maybe some lighter weight. Okay, now another challenge here. We're gonna do a bicep curl to a press, but I'm gonna do one arm, and for a challenge here, we're gonna do one leg at a time. So I'm gonna keep my left arm, my left leg down. My right leg is gonna come up, and this is the arm I'm gonna be moving. So a little balance here. My right leg is up. I'm gonna curl, press, stabilizing. Now you don't have to do this option. You can keep both feet on the ground. This is just an added challenge. Making that core work, making that left glute lock into place. And again, if this weight feels a little light for you, doing things like this to challenge the move a little bit more helps to engage those muscles. Like I said, if you don't have a full assortment of dumbbells available to you, there's so much you can do to still make these exercises, workouts challenging. My right leg is balanced, right arm is going through that curl, overhead press. I'm gonna go 2 more. On this side, here we go, last one. Hold that balance and release them down, nice. Switching arms, switching legs. My right side is gonna hold nice and still. Left leg comes up, left arm, curl, press. You will feel that right glute stabilizing to keep that balance. So now we are getting a little bit of lower body involved, but any good workout, you should incorporate the full body into some aspect. Isolating is good, but putting it all together, making muscle groups work together is good, because that's how we live our life. We go through our day. All the muscle groups have to work together to do just our normal daily functions. We're gonna go 2 more. Left arm curl, press overhead, nice and slow down. Last one, curl, press overhead, and release. Nice, nice. Okay, we're gonna hit reverse fly, and then I'm gonna actually give you a different variation for triceps for this next round. So bent over again, hips are back, hamstrings, glutes are tight, abs are tight. We're gonna hit these reverse flies. Let's go for 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 5, 6, 7. Make sure you're not feeling it in the neck. 8, 9, and 10. And release one of the dumbbells. I'm gonna keep one here, and I'm gonna do a tricep overhead extension. So I'm gonna get it into position, and then I'll show you exactly how I'm holding the dumbbell. but we're gonna have one dumbbell directly over our head, and we're gonna be pushing it straight up overhead. So when I hold it, I'm gonna have my hand, I'm gonna wrap my thumb under it, put my palm up against the top of that dumbbell cap, other arm kind of comes right on top, put your thumb on the other side, palms come right on top of the cap. So if you can see that, my thumbs are looped around, palms are resting on the top of that cap, and then just be careful, don't hit yourself in the head. It's happened, I promise. Don't let it happen here. Wrap it behind your head. Okay, so now, depending on your shoulder mobility, this might not feel good, and if that's the case, go back to your kickbacks. But if you have the shoulder mobility to get that dumbbell back here, try this with me now. Okay, I have good posture, abs are tight. My elbows have to stay back by my ears, and that's where the shoulder mobility comes in. Okay, if you're not able to get those elbows back far enough, that dumbbell's not gonna be in a good spot with your head. So go back to the kickbacks. If you're doing this with me here, these overhead press, make sure the elbows are staying tight in towards your head. You don't want them to flare out too much. Keep them nice and tight in. You're keeping them up and back, elevated. I'm gonna show you from both angles. Pressing up, letting it go as far down as you can, with those elbows staying intact. Press one more, and release. Be careful bringing that dumbbell back around over your head. Okay, very good. So just a different variation of those triceps. Okay, just so we have all the moves down, we are gonna do a little bonus round. We're gonna go back to basics, no combo. We're gonna do 10 more reps at each spot. I'll cue you through. By now you've gotten your form down. By now you can choose the way that your grip is gonna go, how you're gonna hold those dumbbells. And again, I'll let you choose if you wanna do those kickbacks or if you wanna do the single dumbbell overhead extension. Okay, we got 5 moves, 10 reps a piece. Let's get into it. Both dumbbells, bend over row, 10 reps. Here we go. 1, squeezing at the top. 2, 3, 4. Make this round good. Last round of the day. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stand on up. We're gonna do our shoulder press. Here we go. We start here, press overhead. 1 and 2, 3, meet them in the middle. There we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release. We're gonna go back, bent over, reverse fly. 10 reps. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. Come on up. We're gonna hit bicep curls. 10 reps. And we're going together. 1, nice and slow on the way down. 2, again, you can change those hand positions depending on what feels best for you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10, release. I'm gonna do the single arm overhead. If you have both dumbbells and you wanna do kickbacks, go ahead, get that dumbbell in that position. 10 reps, ready, here we go. 2, keeping those elbows up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and release it down. Nice and slowly shake those arms out. Very good. I hope you got something out of it today. Just a very quick 5-move workout routine you can do with a set of dumbbells. Lots of variations in there. Lots of things to challenge yourself with. Let's do a couple stretches here. Arms behind the back. I'm gonna clasp my hands together. Reach them down, open that chest up, and you can roll side to side. If you do feel anything in the neck, this will help relax, stretch it out a little bit. That's always the goal when you're doing upper body exercises, is to keep the neck, the trap muscles, trapezius muscles relaxed and getting them out of the picture so the other muscles can work. It's a hard thing to do. The trapezius muscle likes to kick in, it likes to activate. It wants to work when it really shouldn't. So just make sure you're always conscious of that. You're always trying to keep that neck, upper shoulders nice and relaxed so those other muscles can start working. If you feel it too much, you might be doing a little too much weight. So dropping the weight down is always a good thing. So you're feeling the muscles that you want to be feeling. Release that. I'm going to cross one arm over, pull through, getting the bicep and shoulder stretch. So we worked the back with the row. We got the back and the rear delt with those reverse flies. We got a lot of the shoulder, mostly top of the shoulder with those overhead presses. We got biceps, we got triceps. Again, just a quick upper body routine you can go through, release. Obviously, we didn't hit chest today. We'll do that on another upper body day. So stay tuned if you liked this dumbbell routine. Next video, I'm gonna hit a lower body routine using the dumbbells. Release that. Let's do tricep, taking this arm overhead, pushing that elbow down, get that tricep worked out. So we will use dumbbells for a lower body routine. And then, depending on the time you have available, you can go back through the videos together so you get a full body, upper body and lower body, all in one workout using one pair of dumbbells. If you feel so inclined to comment on the video, I'd like to know what exercise was your favorite, what exercise was the most challenging for you. So I'd love to see some of your comments if you have time. I hope you enjoyed today's workout. I hope you feel good. I hope that upper body feels nice and worked out. Stay tuned. Like I said, I'll be coming at you next time with a video using dumbbells for lower body. So until then, have a great day and stay healthy.